How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of a b-boy stance this time. Yeah, I can't. I'm not a fucking b-boy. In a form of Canned Heat Brewing's b-boy stance. This is a brown ale brewed with cocoa nut. Fresh, real coconut. I've never had anything from Canned Heat before, sans one other beer they just sent me. They sent me two beers. They sent me their version of their New England style IPA. I post at the same time I post this review. And they sent me this. And then, you know, that was about 2 weeks ago. So I'm finally getting to the second one here. And between then, I kind of chatted back and forth with one of the guys. I don't know if he's a brewer owner or whatever, but he sent me a picture of all the coconut they put into this. Because they were brewing up a new batch. So I was kind of like, oh, hot damn, love me some coconut. So I'm excited to dive into it. It says, our passion, your pleasure. B-Boy Stance Brown Ale with coconut. 5.4% alcohol by volume. Brown ale with depth made possible by the blending of 5 barley malts, oats, and brown sugar finished with a massive addition of toasted coconut. This is a complex sipper worthy of you grabbing the wall, crossing your arms, and pondering its flavor profiles. Drink fresh. Thank you for drinking our beer. Matt Ellis, Canned Heat head brewer. It literally has like tarry schmegma on the edge of it. I kind of like it. Usually when cans are dirty like that, I'm not a big fan, but something about this, the ghetto labeling, the whole nine, you know, just kind of does it for me, man. Yeah. The last one, the wrap. This one almost does it. The wrap almost like flaps over the lettering and stuff. I just kind of like ghetto-ness in that way. So let's see what we have going on here. So toasted coconut. First thing you're going to think about is, are we going to get a head off of this sucker? Because you're talking about coconut, sometimes the oils in that will kind of drown out a beer and not really give you much of a head, but you're definitely getting in here. It's a 5.4% brown ale. It's a bit clear, even at that ABV. You definitely get light through that sucker. So it's a little bit lighter than you'd expect, especially something trying to be robust like a coconut brown ale. But yeah, a little bit lighter than I expect, but not too far off. Half pinky finger, neither creamy nor rocky head. She looks like a brown ale, let's put it that way. Let's get a nose. I get that nice, rich brown sugar component they're talking about. It kind of almost gets into like a brownie kind of realm. I think that's that coconut kind of lending its vanilla to the mix. So you're getting that chocolate malt. You're getting a little bit of the kind of vanilla vibes from that coconut. And it's giving me this kind of brownie vibe. I'm not really getting much coconut in the nose, to be perfectly honest with you. Just that rich, it's beyond a malted chocolate. It's a complex chocolate. It's that brown sugar playing with the malts, playing with that coconut to give you that kind of confectionery, powdery, cakey sweetness. That's pretty much it. Not a bad thing. Just comes off sweet. See what it tastes like. Cheers. I like that. There's like, tastes like there's cinnamon in here. They did not talk about cinnamon. Is there cinnamon in here? I feel like there's a hint of like a spiciness in there. It's almost coming off slightly winter warmer like. So I'm kind of getting these little, not that winter warmer is a cinnamon thing, but I'm getting this kind of cinnamon winter warmer thing. So it's kind of leaning me in that direction. Listen, it's cold. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. This is kind of the beer you would expect to drink around these times. And it's nice. The biggest problem I have with it, that's lacking coconut. Like I said, you get that sweetness. It's a bit more brown sugar sweetness and that cakey kind of brownie sweetness I was talking about in the taste. You can kind of edge towards there. Okay, mouthfeel, nothing too crazy. It's 5.4% brown ale. I'm not expecting the world. And like I said, you get that slightly spiciness that kind of makes me think of cinnamon, even though it's probably not. I'm horrible with cinnamon. I eat cinnamon every day of my life, every single morning, so I'm a little bit tuned out of cinnamon. It's more of a spiciness. Maybe that's a malt bill thing. I don't know. But it just lacks a coconut punch, especially that toasted coconut. Maybe that's where the spiciness is coming from. It really is not there. And when you're talking about not only putting coconut front and center, but also, you know, kind of trumpeting the fact that there's a ton of coconut in there, you kind of really want it. And well, it's there. You can get it if you really dig into it. You get a little bit of soft creaminess, not too crazy. It's not really showing all that much. Now, coconut's a hard thing to work with. You have breweries, you know, out in the West Coast, you know, that throw coconut extract in a beer, and then you have the people down in Florida way, Foggy Buddhas of the world, that work with coconut like magicians. So there's people that do it and do it quite well. And then there's coconut you usually get from a barrel, which comes off quite nice, but it's not necessarily coconut. So it's a hard component to work with. It's almost like pumpkin to a sense, to where you have to toast it and work with it in the right way in order for it to show in a beer. Just, you know, when you're saying it's a huge coconut beer, I kind of want that in the taste. And while it's there, it's not as big as it should be, at least for what I want it to be. Let's put it this way. It's my show. Yeah, nice brown ale. There's a nice spiciness to it. Leans winter warmer. Ever so slightest bit of coconut underneath, but not enough to really kind of make you think it's a big coconut beer, but a tasty beer. Definitely proper for this time of year. I know, like I said, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, heading into the Christmas Christmas months. This is kind of the stuff I would be drinking. I would normally be drinking, so it kind of makes sense. So it's nice, doesn't blow me away. So let's talk about it. Is one of the better brown ales I've had as of late. Low ABV brown ales, it almost default to that category since I haven't had that many. But, you know, as far as knee-jerk pleasure, it's probably the outside looking in. Value and availability, no idea. It was sent to me, and leave you with, if you like, what will you like this beer? If you like brown ales and you want the ever so slightest coconut, or you're a big fan of like winter warmers and you want something that's a little bit more drinkable, not as spice heavy. Like I said, I get this winter warmer vibe off this, but it's not full-fledged winter warmer. So if you like the hint of those beers, but those spices tend to come off a little bit heavy-handed for you, this might do it. There you go. Another review in the books. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little B-boy stance right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.